a woman named Laura Silsby founded a nonprofit, the New Life Children's Refuge, which described its mission as attempting to rescue orphaned and abandoned children in Haiti and Dominican Republic. 2 months later, on January 29, 2010, Silsby was arrested for attempting to traffic 33 orphaned children out of Haiti without documentation.
These are some of the 33 Haitian children an American Baptist group allegedly tried to unlawfully take out of the country on Saturday.
The group's leader, Laura Silsby, says the group paid no money for the children.
The mistake obviously we made is we did not understand that there was additional paperwork required.
To me, it's pretty alarming because we're the legal parents of these children and we give her explicit instructions not to interfere with them. For her to continue to come and try to find them, to take them to the Dominican, tells me that her intent is not actually the best.
The world would later learn through WikiLeaks that Hillary Clinton was sent email updates from Uma Abedin and other associates regarding Silsby's incarceration and developing legal case. This was not the first time Silsby found herself facing child trafficking charges. Silsby had been caught once before by Haitian police attempting to traffic 40 children out of the country. However, in that incident, no charges were brought against her, and she was merely turned back at the border. A week after Silsby was apprehended the second time, on February 7, 2010, former President Bill Clinton appointed Silsby a lawyer by the name of Jorge Puello. Puello was successful in getting Silsby's charges reduced to 6 months. Jorge Puello also had a colorful history with human trafficking. He was convicted of operating an international sex trafficking ring involving women and underage girls out of Central America and Haiti. Puello's wife was also arrested on the same charges. In 2011, Silsby was appointed as CFO of the software company Connexus and would later become its vice president of marketing. Connexus operates AlertSense, which is the mass notification software used in FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, or IPAWS.
The goal is to alert Americans to emergencies like severe weather and missing children.
One of IPAWS' functions is to issue Amber Alerts to the public in the event of kidnapping. The Amber Alert system was set up during Bill Clinton's presidency. In 2015, Laura Silsby married Norman Gaylor and took his last name, which is how her name now appears on the Connexus website. How does a woman who was caught multiple times attempting to traffic children internationally get promoted to the executive team of the preeminent kidnapping warning system in the country? And why did the Clintons intervene in her trial?
We're going to continue to provide support, as we do in every instance like this, to American citizens who have been charged, and hope that this matter can be resolved in an expeditious way.
The morning of July 26, 2019, Twitter users saw hashtag Clinton body count trending, just weeks before Jeffrey Epstein had reportedly committed suicide in his prison cell. The phrase Clinton body count was nothing new and had become a meme in forums across the internet years prior. It references the seemingly anomalous amount of Clinton associates who died suspiciously or under mysterious circumstances. In November of 2000,
was it a crime or an act of kindness? 10 members of a U.S. church group have spent a second night in a Haitian jail accused of attempted child trafficking. They were arrested over the weekend as they tried to take 33 children out of quake-ravaged Haiti. NBC's Michelle Kaczynski is in Port-au-Prince with the very latest. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Meredith. What the Haitian government calls a crime, this American church group calls an act of kindness. They say they were trying to rescue some kids and they were arrested trying to bring them across the border without proper documentation. But now there's a question as to whether all of these children were really orphans at all. 33 Haitian children, ages 2 months to 12 years, are at the center of an international custody dispute. It started Saturday when 10 Americans were arrested, accused of trying to traffic in children when they arrived at the Dominican border with a busload of kids and no official documents.
Without passport, without paper.
The American Baptist group, mostly from Idaho, say they took the children from an orphanage that was destroyed in Haiti and that they thought they had all the permission they would need.
We had been told by a number of people, officials, and that it was okay for the pastor to sign, that he was entrusting them into our care, and the Dominican government had already approved that we would be able to care for those children in the Dominican Republic.
The group, calling itself the Haitian Orphan Rescue Mission, said it planned to take the kids to a hotel in the Dominican Republic for now, while they continued to work on building an orphanage that started before the earthquake. They were stopped at the border, and some officials in Haiti question whether the children are all actually orphans.
We will reunite them with their parents or with their relatives, because we already know that some of these children still have parents, because an elder girl, might be 8 or 9 years old, told us crying, "I'm not an orphan, I do have my parents."
The church group insists they meant no harm, only good. The Haitian government has instituted strict rules to make sure that children are adopted properly. And there's been a fight over who will pay for taking care of the most vulnerable here. Last week, U.S. military evacuations of critically injured earthquake victims were halted because of misunderstandings over where they were.
Was it a crime or an act of kindness?
I think it would be a great gesture because she takes a tremendous amount of money. And you take a look at the people of Haiti. I was at a little Haiti the other day in Florida, and I want to tell you, they hate the Clintons because what's happened in Haiti with the Clinton Foundation is a disgrace. And you know it, and they know it, and everybody knows
Secretary
it.
Clinton.
Very quickly, we at the Clinton Foundation spend 90% of all the money that is donated on behalf of programs of people around the world and in our own country. I'm very proud of that. We have the highest rating from the watchdogs that follow foundations. And I'd be happy to compare what we do with the Trump Foundation, which took money from other people and bought a 6-foot portrait of Donald. I mean, who does that? It just was astonishing. But when it comes to Haiti, Haiti is the poorest country in our hemisphere. The earthquake and the hurricanes, it has devastated Haiti. Bill and I have been involved in trying to help Haiti for many years. The Clinton Foundation raised $30 million to help Haiti after the catastrophic earthquake and all of the terrible problems the people there had. We've done things to help small businesses, agriculture, and so much else. And we're going to keep working to help Haiti because it's an important part of the American
They don't want you to help them anymore.
The other is the reconstruction of Haiti. He was a major force in Haiti. What happened?
So, first of all, we have to go back when we look at Bill Clinton and his relationship in Haiti when he was president. One of the worst things that he's done that's still hurting Haiti now, especially in the wake of these disasters that keep happening to Haiti, is this policy where he took the excess rice from Arkansas, where he's from, and dumped it in Haiti and used our tax dollars to subsidize it. Up until this past recent year, there's legislation that keeps getting knocked off to reverse this policy, although he apologized for it.
Let's go to that apology. Yeah. Yes, in 2010, former President Clinton publicly apologized for forcing Haiti to drop tariffs on imported subsidized U.S. rice during his time in office. The policy wiped out Haitian rice farming, seriously damaging Haiti's ability to be self-sufficient. This is the president apologizing at a hearing before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. At the time, he was the UN Special Envoy to Haiti.
Since 1981, the United States has followed a policy until the last year or so we started rethinking it, that we rich countries that produce a lot of food should sell it to poor countries and relieve them of the burden of producing their own food. So thank goodness they can leap directly into the industrial era. It has not worked. It's maybe been good for some of my farmers in Arkansas, but it has not worked. It was a mistake. It was a mistake that I was a party to. I am not pointing the finger at anybody. I did that. I have to live every day with the consequences of the lost capacity to produce a rice crop in Haiti to feed those people because of what I did. Nobody else.
That's President Clinton.
This practice is still in effect, and Haiti is always getting rice dumped on them. Rice is a staple. There's no reason why Haiti should be importing rice because that's something that's always, the rice grown in Haiti is much healthier. Ever since this rice has been coming in, there have been diabetes epidemics. People didn't used to have that much diabetes. This is the worst thing that could have happened to Haiti.
But right now, in the aftermath of the hurricane, with Haitian officials warning there could be a famine, what are the most critical actions that you feel need to be taken?
I think it has to be supporting the farmers that are in these hardest hit areas. You know, by bringing rice and other things that could have been grown in Haiti, that's not helping at all. I think we need to support the farmers to start to recrop, you know, going forward and for the long term of Haiti. We need to start growing our rice in Haiti again, supporting the farmers in the Latibonite region of Haiti, where rice has always been grown in Haiti and supplied for the entire country.
And for the families of loved ones who...
I think Hillary essentially is a clone There's a kind of legend out there that somehow she'll be tougher, stronger, an image assiduously courted by her.
Look at Hillary. I mean, it's like watching a very carefully programmed robot stand up there in front of those reporters.
Especially the Clinton Foundation. How could they have sent all that money to Haiti, supposedly, and they wind up with chaos and cannibalism?
Haiti basically went through one of the worst episodes of natural disaster in the history of the world, I think. We had 250,000 deaths and over 500,000 injured for a country that had about 5 hospitals at the time.
Wow.
So the international community came in and promising $9 billion to be exact. Out of the $9 billion, only half of it was disbursed. Out of the half of that went to the 6-month stint of the US military that came to restore security. So basically, out of a $15 billion budget, there was $2 billion. The funds, they don't transit through the government of Haiti. They're disbursed other mechanisms such as foundations, such as NGOs, etc.
Yes.
So the government really didn't have a view, a visibility, but the Haitian government had little to no oversight as to the use of those funds.
Especially the Clinton Foundation. How could they have sent all that?
We're going deep tonight, guys. Let's talk about the Black Eye Society. Black Eye Club refers to the growing number of celebrities, politicians, business elites, and heads of state that seem to suddenly and mysteriously have wound up with black eyes. Some people believe that when a celebrity gets a black eye, it is a mark that they have been inducted into a secret society such as the Illuminati. Some people even believe that the black eye is related to a life-extending surgery that is only available to the rich. All of these theories sound crazy until you see the oddly enormous amount of celebrities that have gotten this injury. You got Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Pope Francis, as well as the Pope that preceded Pope Francis. For real, how are you going to tell me that the Pope ended up with a black eye? Twice. You got Kanye, George Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Prince Andrew, Prince Philip. There are countless more of these examples. Just recently on March 1st, 2021, it was reported that Mitt Romney got a black eye. Like, are black eyes really that common? I mean, I've never gotten one and I know like 2 people who have. We're going deep tonight, guys. Let's talk about the Black Eye Society. Black Eye Club
floor, literally exposing the Clinton Foundation. On the House floor. Why is nobody talking about this? Why is this not going viral? Ladies and gentlemen, we got to check this out. We got to check it out right now. What did the Clintons do? There's so much secret she is spilling. A lot of things you probably already knew. But on the House floor is a different story. Here we go.
Chairman, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 61, printed in Part D of House Report number 118-216, offered by Ms. Fox of North Carolina.
Pursuant to House Resolution 723, the gentlewoman from North Carolina, Ms. Fox, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentlewoman from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in support of my amendment. My amendment is simple. It would prevent taxpayer funds from paying for State Department employees to travel to or attend events hosted by the Clinton Global Initiative. The rationale is quite simple. The Clinton Global Initiative has engaged in blatant corruption and influence peddling that would make even Hunter Biden blush. In perhaps its most famous episode in 2014, Hillary Clinton approached the Moroccan government about hosting a Clinton Global Initiative conference in Morocco. The Moroccans fronted the money for the event by funneling it through a state-owned enterprise that was extracting and exploiting phosphates from a non-self-governing territory, Western Sahara. This sleight of hand amounted to condoning Morocco's sovereignty over this disputed land. You heard that right. It was cash for sovereignty deal formulated just as former Secretary of State Clinton began her run for president of the free world. This deal was so rotten that even the Huffington Post deemed Fox News' investigation into this matter a, quote, brutal, clean hit on Hillary Clinton's campaign, end quote. Indeed, the Clinton Global Initiative scandals are myriad and include an episode uncovered by the New York Times revealing undisclosed donations linked to the sale of U.S. uranium production to a Russian government agency. As expected, the Clinton Global Initiative was unable to withstand the scrutiny and shuttered shortly after the 2016 campaign. That is, until late last year, when the organization reconstituted itself. Its operations are no longer dark, and this is the first state and foreign operations appropriations bill considered since its resurrection. It has since morphed into a factory of radical elitist woke schemes. Just last week, the Clinton Global Initiative convened in New York to discuss how to reshape our economy to tackle the left's pet projects that will make life for ordinary Americans more expensive and worse. Given the State Department's enmeshment with the Clintons and the initiative, we need to send a clear message. No more coordination with the U.S. government. No more conferences with corrupt governments at the expense of the oppressed people of the globe. No more representation and participation by the State Department. An end to its commingling with official policy. And hopefully the beginning of the end of this corrupt organization's influence on U.S. policymaking. Americans simply can't afford more radical policies purveyed by an organization that allows the global elite to buy and influence American foreign policy.
Are we surprised? Are we surprised? We were speaking about this specific topic on our channel, and are we surprised that in the late 1980s, 1990s, right? Clinton, right?
What was really wrong with it?
Hillary Clinton is one of the most disgusting human beings on the planet.
Very much so.
Always has been, always will be. I want to show who she is.
She's worse than her husband.
So a lot of people say that this was triggered by a YouTube video. This is her statement. I condemn in the strongest terms the attack on our mission in Benghazi today. The United States...
Some of you haven't noticed. Hillary isn't laughing as much as the rest of us. That's because she knows the jokes. And all of the jokes were given to her in advance of the dinner by Donna Brazil, which is, everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to Corey Diggs. Okay, shout out to the Book of Gabriel, who turned us on to this, led us to this story. Shout out Book of Gabriel, go subscribe. The good book, the big book, right? Clinton's Haitian black magic secret. Yes, I'm going there, and here's why. To understand the evil motivations of another human, one must explore their psyche to see how and why they operate the way they do. When reviewing the Clintons' countless money laundering pay-to-play schemes, one may ask, what the hell do they need all this money for? Well, buying people off requires a lot of money. And why do they need to buy people off? Simple. The Clintons' thirst for power is insatiable. Let me say that again. The Clintons' thirst for power is insatiable. So much so that they stop at nothing to get what they want while enjoying the stain of destruction they leave along our path. In fact, their hunger for power is so strong, they even seek assistance through the help of voodoo and black magic with the hope of ensuring outcomes. Some may already be aware of Bill and Hillary's experience with voodoo from the passage in Bill Clinton's memoir, My Life. They go Billiam and Hillary. I don't believe anyone is aware of their dark secret regarding the former president of Haiti, John Bernard Aristide, and his black magic. Did someone say secret? Surely their story begins long before the 70s when it comes to their lust for power and dark arts. But this journey began in 1975 when the Clintons took their first trip to Haiti shortly after they married. Bill Clinton found a particular experience to be the most interesting day of the trip, and he decided to include it in his memoir. Bill and Hillary and their friend David Edwards had the opportunity to see voodoo in practice in a village near Port-au-Prince. The priest was Max Beauvoir, who had abandoned his career as a chemical engineer when his voodoo priest grandfather died and named him his successor. Beauvoir gave him the brief course in voodoo theology, as Clinton described it. Later that afternoon, the ceremony began. Clinton wrote, "After several minutes of rhythmic dancing and pounding drums, the spirit arrived, seizing a woman and a man. The man proceeded to rub a burning torch all over his body and walk on hot coals without being burned. The woman in a frenzy screamed repeatedly, then grabbed a live chicken and bit his head off. Then the spirits left and those who had been possessed fell to the ground." Clinton wrote that in his belief, foray into the world of voodoo furthered his fascination. The way different cultures try to make sense of life, nature, and their virtually universal belief that there's a non-physical spirit force at work in the world. Clinton had recently lost his race for Congress in Arkansas and was about to have an opening for attorney general. So he was trying to decide whether to give it another run. By this time we got back from Haiti, I had determined to run for attorney general, Clinton recalled. This time he won and was on his way to the White House. One lesson from Haiti, he wrote, "The Lord works in mysterious ways." Yes, the Lord does work in mysterious ways, said Bill, but I don't think voodoo ceremony is going to save you now. This was potentially the early stage of the Clintons' intrigue into voodoo, and they returned several times to Haiti for voodoo ceremonies and black magic to assist with Bill's elections. This may sound like contrived stories, but this has been confirmed by Haitian officials and priests, in addition to my source, a native of Haiti. It is important to understand that surveys have put the number of voodoo adherents in Haiti as high as 85%, even among the educated classes and hoogans of voodoo priests are even more important in the Haitian capital than psychics are in D.C. The stories their father were reported in the Haiti Observatoire, but were kept from mainstream news in the U.S. There was a handful of local sources in the U.S. that picked up the story over time. However, there are some interesting details that are not reported, and even that follow that was not being reported on. Excerpts from so-and-so's converting to Haiti, in this land, which doctors carry more clout than conventional PhDs or professional campaign advisors, the average citizen has been provided a mind-boggling explanation for why Bill Clinton so handily beat President George W. Bush, 92, triumphing the early re-election. Easily 1996 is now facing impeachment. Acting on the advice of a Hoogan, like Hunan chicken, Hoogan, or sorcerer, supplied by then-exiled President John Bertrand Artiste, Clinton did not change his underwear for the last week of the 1992 campaign, voodoo practitioners say. The same did not change his underwear. See, that's a superstition tying to voodoo. The same Hoogan also cast a malediction on President Bush by manipulating a doll made in the president's image, goes the story. The torment climax when the Hoogan caused Bush projectile vomit into the lap of the Japanese prime minister as the world press looked on, disgracing him in public. Reverend John Giusti, who was the priest in Sarte's entourage, claimed that Sarte had developed a powerful grip on the Clinton psyche through the power of voodoo. Former President George Bush under a spell of nausea vomits on Prime Minister's lap. All right, let's see. Like holding his face.
Nausea had plagued President Bush all evening.
Hold on, let's see.
Guys, and leave. The nausea had plagued President Bush all evening.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, they holding his face. That don't look normal. I'll give him that. It don't look like a normal occurrence. Just like when somebody's sick or they done threw up. You never see nobody just holding them like that. Like if I gotta throw up, that shit coming all back.
I can't watch this. I can't watch this.
Oh.
Up and back. Can I have a glass of water? Just a minute.
Oh, God. Okay, both Haitian officials in Haiti also say that Clinton reaffirmed his faith in voodoo during the March 31, 1995 visit to the island. The official purpose of the visit, was told by American Madison, was to celebrate Haiti's supposed return to democracy. However, the Haitian press had such a different story. The headline in March 29, 1995 issue of the Haiti Observatoire read, Clinton to assist in the voodoo ceremony in Haiti. The story, confirmed by Haitian officials, stated that initiating Clinton under the power of voodoo had two purposes: to render him impervious to the attacks of the House of Republican enemies in Washington, and to guarantee his election. While the initiation could protect Clinton from his political enemies, they say it could not protect him from himself. The ceremony was said to have been hidden within a public event touted as a dedication of a monument to Haiti's boat people. Okay? The focal point was a magic well concealed inside a sculptor's rendition of a brick and concrete boat, which was hurriedly constructed for the event in the vicinity of a Sartè's residence at Tambert, whatever. It should be noted that a Sartèd defrocked priest early in 1995 had renounced the Catholic Church and said he was returning to the voodoo faith of his ancestors. In July the same year, he held a large voodoo congress at the National Place, attended by over 300 leading Hoogans or Bokors, black magicians, Bokors, including leaders of the dread Bizongo cult. Bizongo cult. We might be looking through that Bizongo cult. Never heard of that Bizongo cult, which practices zombification in human eye. Upon addressing the first voodoo congress, Sartè proclaimed voodoo to be one of the great religions of the world, alongside Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Also announced funding for a national voodoo temple. Both of Sartè's renunciation of Catholic Church and his voodoo congress, while widely publicized in Haitian press, were completely suppressed in American news media. In the day leading up to Clinton's visit, according to sources in Haiti, many occult preparations took place. Whoa. They were intended not only to grant Clinton the power to become the challenges faces the presidency and defeat Whitewater investigations, but also to give Sartè the power to continue control over Clinton. One account that circulated in Port-au-Prince is that Sartè decided dedicated a secret well before Clinton's visit, that he shed the blood of a newborn Bang in gratitude of the gods whom he believed allowed his return to power. Okay, we're getting heavy. Okay. To maximize the occult forces at work, even the date chosen for Clinton's visit, March 31st, was part of an elaborate ritual. The digits in reverse are 13, which the voodoo calendar considered the most prosperous date for casting spells. Oh, this is where that Masonic 13 come from. I told y'all all this shit is voodoo. March 31 is reverses 13, which the voodoo calendar considered the most prosperous date for casting spells. Thus, the voodoo practitioners say that while Clinton believed that he was coming to the well at Tambert to sell his soul to Lucifer for power and protection through the initiation of voodoo, he also was a victim of classic Haitian double cross. I told y'all voodoo got something to do with Lucifer and all that. Don't try to deify this shit. Right? It is what it is. I found the footage from the Return of Democracy event Bill Clinton presented at Haiti March 31st, 1995. There was something very ironic I caught when watching Bill's introduction. Was exactly at 13:33. He immediately proceeded with his deceitful speech, which carried on right up to exactly 3:31, when he said mercy and thank you. Yet there was a strange glitch at 30:30, as though it was intentionally cut short by a couple seconds in order to keep the 30:31 mark. Sounds a bit strange, but consider the source. The footage is from the official public record produced by the White House TV crew, provided by the Clinton Presidential Library That being said, it sure seems like these time markers are the length of the speech was very intentional and so important that they felt the need to alter it a couple seconds. Okay, we ain't gonna watch that. We'll take his word for it. What is not told in the story are the details of the black magic ceremony that followed 1996. First, I want to explain the difference between Haitian voodoo and black magic. Animals are sometimes bang bang and Haitian voodoo. A variety of animals are such as pigs, goats, chickens, and bulls. The intended emphasis on is not upon the depth of the it is upon the transfusion of its life to the lower, right? For the lower, that's probably where this should come from. For the understanding is that flesh and blood are of the essence of life and vigor, and these will restore the divine energy of the gods, stated Maya Dren and her divine horsemen, living gods of Haiti. Sexual acts are a big part of both voodoo and black magic. Talk about it. My source describes black magic ceremonies to be a very different nature that involves darker aspects of sexual acts prior to rituals. Oftentimes, there are devout and blood. I asked what happens to their bones, and my source told me they grind them up so nothing is left behind. So I said, yes. So if you read that, we see what's popping. You see what's I told y'all. John Artis has a background in both voodoo and black magic. Born to peasants in the southern town of Port Salut, Artis saw violence at an early age. When he was very young, his father was lynched after he was accused of using black magic to commit evil acts. Asarta and the Clintons have a quite an exquisite history together, filled with corruption, deception, and a coup d'etat, which I am not going to get into here. Okay, let's read that again. Asarta, Aristotide, whatever his name is, and the Clintons have a quiet and extensive history together, filled with corruption, deceit, and a coup. Okay, 1996, Clinton traveled to Haiti alone to engage in black magic ceremony to ensure Bill Clinton election for the second term. My sources tell me the ceremony orchestrated by Sartai for Bill Clinton's re-election was done in Tambarir, where Sartai to reside with the help of black magic priests. Wilton Liaceron, as customary in black magic ceremony, sexual acts and are part of the ritual. See, I told y'all. And during that ceremony, Hillary had with a Sartai. Often these acts led up to the In this particular ceremony, I am told that was not believed to have been This was not a voodoo ceremony at the center of the universe, for voodoo is at Ville Okan, African, Okan, Akan. See the similarities? In the northwest part of Haiti, near the city of Port de Paix, where Sartide is not welcome, this was black magic ceremony, and the Clintons have had powerful black magic priests working for them in Haiti for quite some time. I want to emphasize, so that must be one of the dudes. I want to emphasize the Clintons have powerful black magic priests working for them in Haiti. Whether you believe in black magic or not is irrelevant. It is very real that these people and their soulless vessels work overtime to achieve all that they desire at the expense of others, including human. This in itself offers insight as how their minds operate and how their psyche works. These are true stories, beginning with one told by Bill himself, the virtually universal belief that there is a non-physical spirit at work in the world. Let's see. And his belief that the ceremony played a role in his election as the Attorney General of AR further shows that is a path the Clintons have been on for quite some time. Okay, good point. The Clintons' hands are in everything. They are at the very center of the corrupt power structure. Their thirst for power is insatiable, and they invoke black magic to achieve their desires. Is it any wonder as to why the government agendas and officials are petrified to flip on the soulless duo? Do they fear their names may be added to the Clinton, or do they fear a black magic spell will strike them down? Whereas a baby was not, in this particular ceremony Hillary engaged in, she fully understands the natures of black magic ceremony and is complicit in her of babies. All allegedly. Allegedly. Fair use, educational purposes only. All right, let's keep it going. If Hillary is okay with this of babies, what would stop her from adults? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Sit with that for a moment. I believe in the power of thoughts, intentions, the Clintons, and then feel, okay, well, we got what we came for here. Right, let's look at the bottom. Bill Clinton, black magic, elections, Haiti, Hillary Clinton, voodoo. Now, we also got confirmation with the Clintons' participation in a Haitian voodoo ceremony that launched their political career. They later returned to that power, sources say. Now, if you try to click on that image, you can't. It's behind a paywall. But if you look at the, oh no, we can't. If you look at the top of the mural, you see that X in the circle. That's the rebel flag, right? That's the Confederate flag of the rebel, right? That's a whole nother video. We scroll some of the comments. They stole disaster, paywall. Here goes an article. He says it's better. He talks about same thing we just read. The excerpt from the book. Somebody thanking Corey. Shout out to Corey Diggs. Right. They got the Sartide and Haiti. Talk about good and evil. People that are talking about good and evil is subjective. What about the Sartide? Or whatever, however you say his name. Voodoo and politicians. Okay, this is like a good one. That phrase, say yourself to the devil, is but one of many pagan beliefs co-opted by the Abrahamic faith when they were concoct tales of gods and beings waiting at the crossroads to offer a mystical and usually evil aligned deal have persisted throughout the Hellenic faith and even into Kemetic beliefs, predating Christianity and not the rest of Abrahamic faiths by hundreds, if not thousands of years. What about the actual act of making a pact with Lucifer, like what Dave Grohl describes in Rolling Stone? He did a ritual and gave his life to Lucifer in exchange for the big break. And just after he met the other members of Nirvana, many have also stated their encounters with various gods, not your own. It is no different than a Christian attributing a minor victory to their God, wishful thinking, and faith. Do note, it wasn't anything miraculous. A musician followed his faith and managed to meet other musicians. Call me when someone gets a new arm from one of those supposed deals. Oh, gotcha. Well, I believe Christian claiming ability to heal is hearsay, so there's no nuance here. I respect your opinion. Faith healers are charlatans, no matter their faith. Likewise, however, selling one's soul is nothing more than an inherent attribution of the positives of their life to their prayers and faith. I'm going to down you because Mariah Salts, you talking crazy. Well, consider you are using Satan as an example. I doubt we will agree on much of anything relating to religion or supernatural beings in real life. Right, so people are asking, is she atheist? What's up with her? So yeah, this was kind of the end of that. You could tie that into the earthquake they had out there. You could tie that into barbecue, right? So when you figure out what the hell is going on with Haiti, what the fuck is going on with Haiti, now we know. Like and subscribe, I'm out.